Hi guys, David, Jackson, Jerry Del Rey, Alfonso, Shawnee. Welcome here in Leipzig, Germany, and in my scope, and my usual morning scope. So, willkommen in Leipzig. Good morning from Germany. So here it's roughly 7:15 a.m. and I'm on my walk to go to a bakery to buy some bread roll for breakfast. But before I will just have a short walk through Brettschneider Park. Well, I'm rather fine. Except for my Achilles tendon on my right foot. So Achilles tendon is a bit aching since a couple of weeks. No collages. Don't know what you mean with this. So I'm here on the Leipziger Straße. That's the street that's going towards Leipzig Trade Fair, and in the middle of the street there's the tram track. Ah, okay. Okay. So you can write either in German or in English. Yeah, it's definitely rather nice here. Bianca, so nice to meet you here as well. Well, the temperatures today in the morning are not very high, so we have, I would say, 10 to 12 degrees Celsius. Hello to San Diego. Good evening, probably, or good night to the USA. So in Germany, you can see the sun just risen an hour ago or so. And although this is the Leipziger Straße here is a main street, you still have a lot of trees here. So that's one thing. But I personally really like about the city of Leipzig and some other German cities that were on the one hand more or less big, but you have a lot of green within the cities. There's a tram coming by. So this is tram number 16 that's going to Leipzig main station here. Die fährt zum Leipziger Hauptbahnhof. And this tram line comes from the Messegelände, from the trade fair area here in Leipzig. So yeah, I get to know a lot of people here on Periscope who would rather like to visit Germany, or who have already been to Germany and who really like it and who would like to come back again. Hello to Texas. Good evening or good night. So it should be somewhere around midnight in the US, so from midnight to 3 or 4, no, not 3 or 4 a.m. So on the eastern coast it should be around midnight probably. Hello to Florida. And on the west coast it should be evening, I think, so 8 p.m. or so. There are no silly questions. The only silly questions, or the only questions that I would tell silly, are no unserious questions, so troll questions also. So with beer, it depends. I think mostly the beer is served cold in restaurants and beer gardens and so. So I don't really know some German guys who would really like to drink warm beer. So, hi Alex, nice to meet you here. Yeah, it should be cold there. as far as you could reclaim the beer. Hello Philip, Deutschland. Hi to Mexico. Philip Neuhaus, you might also speak German, just from the name. Eduardo, moin moin. Klingt nach einem Nordlicht. So I will switch a bit between German and English from time to time to cover both languages. Hi Becky, guten Morgen aus Leipzig. Good morning from Leipzig here. A rather green city, so with roughly 40 to 50% of the whole city area that contains of some green. Yeah, that's true also for German beer drinking guys. So I don't like beer at all. Es ist jetzt 7:15 Uhr, also kurz nach 7. Yeah, good morning, thanks. TGO XOTF. So it's 7:15 or meanwhile 7:20 a.m. or so. So it's time to have a short morning walk and to finish with short walk later on at a bakery to buy some stuff, some bread roll for breakfast. So, well, my job, I'm building up. I'm creating a new job. I'm creating a new job description. It might be called, live media broadcasting. Besides all the state television stuff and the private television here in Germany. So my prior goal is to set up here Leipzig Live TV as some kind of a local web TV station. So I combined my Periscope and other live streaming stuff with YouTube, and I hope to be able to get some guys also in other cities here in Germany and maybe also outside Germany to build up a network, a real broadcasting network with as some kind of city live TV, so that people can connect with each other and show their cities or their areas where they live in. Hi to Argentina. Good morning. So we have Argentina there and Mexico, in the southern parts of America, and we have the USA. So this one, this is a Toyota, I think. So and Canada is also here. Los Angeles, hi, Nashville, Tennessee. Nice to meet you here on my scope. So we have 26 people walking around here. Joining the Netherlands. Good morning, Oranje. So that fits. So I think your hearts will be orange from the Netherlands. Good morning. You have orange hearts. That's really cool. Although it's just I've never been to Argentina so far, and also not to the southern parts of America. I've been once in the USA on the eastern coast in Richmond, Virginia in 2007, and I've been to Canada in 1999, so to the middle of Canada near Winnipeg. Yeah, it's really cool. Greetings to Kansas in the USA, and thanks for all the hearts, guys. So my display is a bit shows the heart a bit. Seems to be a bit nervous. I didn't really choose Richmond, but I worked for a semiconductor company based in Dresden, Germany, also, and that had a fab near Richmond, Virginia, and so I went there for 4 weeks to work there and to get to know the people who were doing software tests in Richmond, to be able to do my job in Germany as well. So that's the reason why I have been to Richmond. But we visited on the weekends. We visited Williamsburg, Jamestown, so the historical sites where the first settlers arrived, or some of the first settlers. And we also visited Washington DC. So, well, I'm just walking around here. I'm right now in the so-called Arthur Bretschneider Park. So this is a nearby park to our flat where we live, with a nice little pond here on this area with pond lilies on it, with ducks and fishes inside. So you might also go fishing here. And you have several smaller and larger playgrounds here. So it's a really cool place to stay here with our kids. So thanks guys for all the hearts. And we have a lot of green here, so the most important thing in my city, so the most important monument probably is the so-called Völkerschlachtdenkmal. So that's the monument for the battles of nation. So we had, hi to Atlanta, Georgia is in my house. Nice to meet you on Periscope. So in 1813 there have been the great battle, the Battle of Nations, between Napoleon and the rest of Europe. I'm here in Leipzig, Germany, in the eastern parts, Saxony, and that's the so-called Arthur Bretschneider Park. So that's our nearby green field, so to say, with a lot of green trees and all the stuff. So the monument of the Battle of Nations is of course very important, and from a young history, one other thing is really important here in Leipzig is the Nikolaikirche, so the Church of St. Nikolai in the city center, that has been somehow the base, so to say, where the peaceful revolution was somehow started in 1989. So the weather, it's really nice today. So we have nearly no clouds in the sky. Sun is rising up, and it's expected to have something around 20 or 22 degrees Celsius. Any former concentration camps? Yeah, there had been one outpost of the former concentration camp of Buchenwald, that's in Markkleeberg. Markkleeberg is in the south of Leipzig, just 10 kilometers away from here. But it has been an outpost. And yeah, the concentration camp in Buchenwald, that's near Weimar, that's just 120 kilometers away from Leipzig, a bit to the northwestern or to the west of Leipzig. So it's rather near. Yeah, just thinking, I'm some kind of a lexicon. So I'm I'm a human Google robot. No, not really, but I know a lot of stuff here from history, from Swiss times also, and I will show you some other stuff from time to time. So I will of course show Monument of the Battle of Nations somewhere and talk about this. Yeah, I also really like history, but not to learn all the exact dates or so. So in my school times, most teachers or many history teachers are just asking their students to learn some exact dates and not to learn the connections between some historic events and so on. So that's also a problem at the moment in Germany, because there are some people, some neo-Nazi people here in Leipzig and in Dresden and in other parts of Germany who are not very nice to people who are seeking for asylum here in Germany. And I really dislike that. So some people are not very kind to people who are coming from abroad, either from some war regions or from other regions and for other reasons. But I think most important is to tell them about the historic context and the connections between events and several actions of several people. So that will hopefully help to overcome some or more prejudices between people. So I already got a feedback of some of my most loyal Periscope viewers who told me that it's really good to get to know some information firsthand or from people living here about Germany, because there are of course some prejudices that come through the media and all the stuff, but I think it's the same about the USA, for example, here in Germany. So I think as soon as you don't know some people personally, or you haven't been to some locations or to some places to get to know it personally, it's difficult to trust the media or trust just the media. So I think it's good to have such things like Periscope here, to be able to ask the people about what's going on in real. So I just changed my direction, and I will now go back to the exit of Pretzschneider Park. Yeah, Chelsea. I have to look up your Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea. So for me personally, or I try not to decide whether something or someone is good or bad or evil or whatever without knowing him in personal, or without knowing a city or all the stuff, because I think there are always good sides of people and of a region, of cities, of a country or so, and there are bad sides. And only if I get to know the people personally, either via live streaming, via Periscope, or via blog posts or so, via community, only if I get to know this, I can really evaluate whether it's really so horrible as the media says, or if it's a bit different, maybe. So here in the morning hours, you have a lot of people going around, walking, jogging in the Pretzschneider Park, doing their morning sports. Hey there, girl. Hey, nice to meet you again here. So today is the first day of the week that I was able, or not the first day, I think on Monday I could also go around with Periscope in the early morning hours, but yesterday and the day before there was a bit of stress. But yeah, looks familiar. Yeah, you know this already, Heda. So meanwhile, I know the meaning of your account name of Heda people. So it's cool. But Brian told me about this in another scope. So Periscope is also for me, it's a really, really huge learning platform. Yeah, and here we have all the nice green fields with trees, and coming around some joggers. So it's some kind of a little Central Park or so. Yeah, me too, Hater Girl. It's exactly the same for me. And for me, it's also, especially live streaming, is a really great approach to get to know things, not only by reading it or by watching it from YouTube, for example, from an archive or so. Yeah, but to see it live, to have the audio, the video. Sometimes have other people watching the scopes who know some stuff, who might interact in the chat. So for my brain, it's a really cool approach. Yeah. So I'm a person who needs really, really, really much information all the time. So I'm just something like a Staubsauger. So I don't know the English word at the moment for Staubsauger, but I take information, and if I'm not able to take information, something is going wrong. So now on my entrance point here, my entry point of a Pretschneider Park, on the exit. So I'm leaving the Pretschneider Park for the moment, and I'm going to a bank to pick up some money, and then I will buy some bread roll for breakfast, and I will be online probably later again, but it depends on our kids, for example, because I'm probably going to the zoo again this morning with the kids, but my wife is not with us, so I have to take care of the kids, of course. That's priority number one. So, yeah. Yeah, it's true. Hi, Jackson again. So I'm now on my way back. Oh no, I have to go this way because I have to go to the bank first. So in the USA, for example, in Canada, I probably wouldn't go to the bank because I would pay probably also at a bakery with my card, with a credit card or so. But in Germany is still the country that uses cash in many cases. So it's a bit strange here in Germany to know that you need to have cash. Back again, Jackson or Cherry Delray. So it's really cool to meet a lot of people who join my scopes regularly. Yeah. Oh, that's true, Hater Girl. That's definitely true. So I know a lot of people who are interested into making some changes, but they don't really know how to do it, because the distance between politicians and the administrative levels and the small people, so to say, this distance is getting higher and higher, or larger and larger. So it's rather difficult to participate in all the political process and all the administrative process. And there's a lot of disappointment about this. But going onto the streets and just protest and don't do anything, it's also not a very good solution. So here you can see what's the time at the moment, 7:45 a.m. So I will be back at home probably at 8 a.m. So it's a very good time for breakfast. And afterwards I will start with the kids to go to the zoo in Leipzig here, and I will see if I have the opportunity to show you some scenes today from the zoo. But if not, I will do this later next week or in the week after. So the zoo in Leipzig won't be. Yeah, it's a bit windy again. So we still have a low pressure system that have gone over Germany, and another one that seems to come. But by the end of the week and at the beginning of next week, the temperatures will rise again up to 30 degrees Celsius, and the wind might slow down a bit. But we will see. So I just have to wait here. Now the traffic light is green. I'm Metzer. Welcome here in Leipzig. I'm just about to end. 25 degrees Celsius in Canada. Well, I would like to have 25 degrees. So we will get about 20 to 22 degrees probably today here in Germany, Leipzig. But it will rise to 25 and 30 degrees towards the weekend and the beginning of next week. So I'm now on the Sparkasse here. So it's the bank I will go in now to pick up some money. I'm just watching around here to some of the nice old buildings, old houses here from around 1900. So I have to say thank you to all of you who have joined and who have gave me some hearts. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm also glad to hear that I saw you here, that I could welcome you here, Hater Girl. So have a great day or night or evening, depending on your time zone. I'm looking forward to catch up your scopes or to see you again in my scopes. Hi to Orlando, Florida. So I'm just going to end the scope for now. So Christian, you might have a look into the replay. So enjoy your time, and I'm quite sure that we'll meet again later here on Periscope. So thanks, Christian. That's really nice. Oh, I don't follow you, so I will refollow you as well, Christian, to catch your scopes as well. So okay, that's it for the moment. Have a great time over there and enjoy your day, and yeah, we will see again soon, I'm quite sure. So bye bye.